yes, I'm beautiful.
Welcome to Freedom Girls Talk this evening.
Welcome.
How's everyone doing? Hope you're doing all right. So,
A little chilly, Avi. Like E.T.
so today we are pre-recording because Freedom Girls Talk lands on
Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day, all you lovely ladies and gentlemen out there.
Yeah, so we are actually pre-recording today's episode, and Valentine's is really what? About
The love.
the heart. So today we're going to do something a little different.
Yeah.
We are going to have a very special guest. They're waiting in this room, but a very, very, very special guest. And they're really just going to talk about their love for Jehovah Jireh.
Oh, yeah! Hallelujah! I was like, what?
Like, who are we talking about? But, okay, so for those who don't know, MJ actually experienced a very traumatic, we actually have someone watching. That's so funny. MJ encountered a very traumatic car accident this past week.
Yeah.
And why don't you just tell us what happened in that moment?
Sure. So, Wednesday morning, last Wednesday, I was typical morning. I actually was having a fantastic day. I trained, was first doing my first training session with one of my little church sisters. You know, everybody gets sister when you go to church. And so, just regular morning, the boys got on the bus. I left home and got in my car, and it was a little icy out. And I'm not sure if you know, and Leslie knows that I have a tremendous anxiety in any type of storm, any kind of precipitation on the ground. I literally freak out, and I have to pray my way through any kind of wet environment. And so, anyway, I'm on Baltimore Road in Matson, Illinois, and I was coming over the hill. The expressway is below me. I saw an accident, like, ahead. Mm-hmm. And I was trying to slow down, just, to be cautious. I didn't want to, wait too late to slow down and, hit them or anything. Mm-hmm. So I was trying to slow down way in advance, and I didn't realize that I was driving on a sheet of ice. Mm-hmm. I began to spin. And then I was like, well, it's going to be fine, honey. It's going to be fine, it's going to be fine, it's going to be fine, it's going to be fine. Mm-hmm. And it totally was not okay. So when I did my third spin and my car was facing...
So you did three 360s.
Yeah, three 360s. Mm. And my car was facing the expressway, and I was going off of the expressway, going onto the expressway from Baltimore Road. That's a far drop. That's bridge is here, expressway is here. My car was going like this, about to. And I said, I do not want to die today, God. Not today. And a van hit me. And when that van hit me, it brought me back up to where there was a brick wall, and I ran into the brick wall.
So were you actually starting to hang, or were you just
I was going towards it. And it happened to be that portion of Baltimore Road didn't have a railing. It was missing.
I got you.
And my car would have fit very nice and closely through that hole. But I believe that me praying that small prayer, I don't want to die today, God. He allowed the man to hit me to bring me back around and hit the brick wall.
So do you believe that your communication or even constant communication that he
Uh-huh.
recognized your voice?
Yep.
Okay.
I think he was busy at the moment because they were like there were like a million accidents that morning.
Oh
And so, you know, because I started to freak out when I started spinning. I'm like,
Uh-huh.
maybe he didn't hear me when I was spinning. But when I was just like, not today, God. I don't want to die today. He heard me.
Mm-hmm.
He literally heard me.
Mm-hmm.
And I literally put my hands in front of my face. The airbag came out. My knuckles were swollen and my finger was dislocated. Popped that back in like I'm like MacGyver or something. It was very MacGyver, by the way. I just want to applaud myself.
I actually asked her. I was like, "Are you going to actually ask the hospital to do that?"
No.
She was like, "No, I did. I did it on my
I
own."
did it already. It's too late. And so I got out of the car and I looked at my car and I'm like, holy cow. This is crazy.
And y'all have seen the pictures. We flashed them right before the show started.
Literally just, it's total. And so I didn't realize, however, until the next day I went to go get some things out of my car, that the stuff that belongs under the hood of the car, some of it was inside of my car. So I don't know how my legs weren't broken.
Jesus.
I don't know how I literally was able to like take this foot out and this foot out, because at the bottom of the driver's side, there's a little bit of the underneath the hood stuff. I don't know about all this stuff. You know, I'm not sure if it's radiator, engine, what it is. It was inside of the car.
Yeah. And so, for those who don't know I know your story.
Yeah.
And you have a lot that you've encountered over your entire life. I'm gonna ask you this first before we go into like everything else that you've encountered. What keeps you like saying, the Lord really does love me but He's let all this other I wouldn't say stuff, crap happen to me.
Yeah, I almost said the real word, the S word, but we on TV.
But like seriously, I mean, you're one of the strongest women that I know.
Yeah.
You've encountered some for real stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, also this week was your 5-year anniversary of your heart surgery.
Yeah.
She's not 40, y'all. She's not even 40.
I know.
But you had heart surgery.
Had open heart surgery.
At the age of. Do you mind telling us your age?
No, I'm 36. I was 31. So, what's 36? 9, yeah, 31.
But you had open heart surgery.
I did.
And you have a scar.
I have a very awesome scar from here to about here. And I am not ashamed of it at all.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that was one of the most overwhelming, outside of me almost dying this week, but one of the most overwhelming ordeals in my life. And the way that it happened was God.
Mm-hmm.
I had been working out, trying to get my skin teeth on, and my heart rate was just really high. I'm like, well, this is awesome. I'm like, I am doing it.
High metabolism.
Like a high metabolism, okay?
Metabolism. He's
Yes,
made up words. He's made up words.
You're welcome for that, everyone.
Jesus.
But no, my right hand, my 2 fingers started to turn blue. And I thought, that's probably not good.
Mm-hmm.
But me, had to work, so I was going to work.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was like really blue. And I'm like, I'm a little dark for the people to be turning blue.
Mm-hmm.
Went to the hospital in Kankakee. And they were like, oh, you know, I'm not really sure what's going on. I'm going to give you some muscle relaxers and Tylenol. And they sent me home.
Mm-hmm.
And so that wasn't good. So I still wasn't feeling awesome. And then my foot started to like go numb. And then my toes were starting to turn blue. Oh, well, that's not good. So I went to another hospital a couple of days later. Not the same day because I'm stubborn. A couple of days later.
And not the same hospital?
Not the same hospital either.
Okay.
Hallelujah. Went to South Suburban, and right away the doctor was like, let's do this, and this. So in the matter of, I would say, 12 hours of being at South Suburban, they did an echocardiogram. And then, so you know it's not good when like the technician leaves out of the room and brings back 5 doctors.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh Lord. I was like, hi everyone. And so they were asking me a couple of questions, and then a surgeon came in, and he was just like, we need to do surgery on you right away. You have a nectarine size tumor inside of your heart, and it's causing your heart rate to go above 225, which is not good, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Normal's like 140.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's with exercise.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had just a couple of hours to tell my family and to tell my, at the time, very small children that mommy was having open heart surgery. And in that moment, I had a super deep Christian moment, and I was kind of irritated by it. Mm-hmm. And God was just like, I allowed this to happen because you need to forgive. Mm. And this is, I wrote it, it's not all in my book, but I literally had built up so much bitterness in my heart, so much, anger, frustration, and sadness that it literally built up callousness in my heart. And the only way that God could get my attention was for me to actually have a tumor that needed to be removed. And I took that as a moment to choose to live differently. Was I like a saint after that? Hell no. I mean, see? Heck no, I mean.
You're a freedom girl.
Sorry guys. But no, I literally decided once again to like live differently and to choose to forgive some of the people and events in my life. And it was hard. Writing the book was hard, but having the conversations before I wrote the book was very hard. It was very hard.
So how do you hold on to the fact, like, I know I mentioned it, and then I start asking a whole bunch of other questions. So that's my fault. That's my fault. Need to work on my interviewing skills. So, but how do you hold on to the fact that you know God loves you? Like, how do you know that,
because he's
my
never
family
ever Jesus has never disappointed me. I've disappointed myself plenty of times, but I can talk to him and I know that he's listening because he confirms in really crazy ways. As you know, we have random confirmations from Jesus, especially that sprinkle of Jesus. Y'all need to get that app, by the way.
Sprinkle of Jesus is good.
It's a good app to get. Yes. But I don't know. I believe that I choose to trust him because I can't trust people and I can't trust myself. I can trust people, but I don't trust myself enough to live a life without Jesus.
Gotcha. That's deep.
I think I tried, and that was not a good idea. I had a rebellious season, and I'm like, I'm just going to be, a lover of the universe and of the trees and of the wind. Okay. It was okay. I was feeling very, tree huggerish, and it was awesome. However, nothing compares to knowing that there is this dude, this being that I can't see, but that I know is there, that answers my prayers and heals me and lets me not die all the time.
So this happened this week.
Yeah.
You were 36. At the age of 31, you had open heart surgery. And then you had gotten into the reason you are scared of driving in inclement weather is because of a situation that happened when you were a child.
Yeah, 1993.
So you were about 12 years old?
I was 13. It was on my 13th birthday.
Okay. Your family had gotten in this is all in her book, by the way.
Yeah.
But you guys your family got in a car accident.
Yeah.
Was it after church or before church?
It was before church.
Yeah.
Mind you, I had just gotten my hair pressed. Okay, this is before. This before my parents let me get that cremination perm. Okay. And I was just like, it's about to be a good day. 13th birthday, my first day wearing nylons. And I had my first pair of patent leather little heels. And I was going not from the kids choir, but to the young adult choir at church. That's a big deal at my old church. Like when you're 13 and you get to sing for the first time in black and white, which with nylons on. In the choir.
Black and white was a big deal back then.
I mean, like, you're special people if you're wearing black and white. You were in a choir? Yes, I was in the choir. And so we were headed to church. My daddy was already there. My cousin Yvette spent the night to celebrate my birthday with me because her birthday is 2 days later. And we're all in the van. And the awkward thing is 2 weeks before it happened, I had a dream that it was going to happen.
Right.
And I told my mom, I was like, we're going to get a car accident and my brother and Chris is going to die. And she's like, oh, no, we need to pray and take you to the pastor. They took me to the pastor. He prayed over me.
And who's Chris?
Chris, my brother.
Okay.
Chris.
Just for everybody else.
Yeah, so Chris is my brother.
Mm-hmm.
And we were 3 years apart. He would have been 16 3 weeks after my birthday. 2 weeks after my birthday. And so we were in the car. My brother, who was driving, fell asleep at the wheel. And Chris was sitting to my right. I was sitting in like the second row of the van, those old Chryslers, by the window, and I saw him to the right. Now, mind you, I had told Chris, I'm like, you're going to die, so you probably need to be living holy, like, and ask everybody.
You told your brother that?
Well, yeah, because we were like morbid children. He wanted to be a mortician. And so he was so weird.
MJ.
No, I'm serious. He was so weird. And so I told him he was going to die and that he needed to like repent for all of his sins and like make amends with everyone. And he did it. And so the funny but not funny thing is a couple of days before he passed away, he used to like to play mortician. And so
this is going in a totally different direction than what I thought it would go. I don't know this part of the story.
So
okay.
he was an altar boy at our very Catholic grammar school. So he put on his Catholic garb, laid in the front room on the sofa. I put my mother's foundation on his face, and he had a little ketchup right here as if he got stabbed. And he was laying on the couch like this. He goes, "Make sure I look good, okay? When I die," I'm like, "I got you." I was putting makeup on him and everything. And so I turned back to look at him, fast forward, while we're in the car, and I feel like he knew it. Mm-hmm. He knew that it was going to happen. And, oh no.
It's okay, baby.
Sorry. He put his hat over his face, and he winked at me. And then the rest, I don't remember, because I was in a coma from apparently flying out of the window and 30 feet in the air and hitting a light pole, my face hit the light pole, and I landed on my feet and I broke my toes, my ankles, my knees, and my hip. And when I finally woke up and they told me that Chris had passed away, I thought it was a joke because he used to play mortician.
Right.
And Daddy looked at me and he was like, "No, Pumpkin, he really is gone." And I was just like, I need to see him. I don't believe y'all.
How long were you?
Y'all play too much.
Right.
It was a couple of weeks.
Okay.
It was a long time. And finally got, a chance to see him in the funeral home. And I was like so mad at him. I was just like,
mad at your brother?
Yeah, I'm like, dude, you don't have to pretend. You can get out of this casket.
Mm-hmm.
Because we knew the people who owned the funeral home too. Mm-hmm. I'm like, y'all going through a lot to play a joke on me. Mm-hmm. But fast forward, it took me almost 3 years to believe that he was actually dead. I would come home waiting for him after school, looking for him, and yeah. And to this day, like I struggle with forgetting his voice and how he sounds. The only thing I do remember though is his feet smell really bad.
Chris, your feet smell really bad.
They would smell through the shoes. That's how bad it was. And that's what I remember. I know that's really bad to remember, but it took me a while to figure out why Jesus would let me know that he was going to die. I thought I was cursed. And my pastor told my parents that I was blessed with the gift of intercessory. And that I was supposed to pray for families of the deceased and for healing, and I would have healing hands. And I've gotten that word from hundreds of people.
I mean, you're definitely an intercessor. I mean, we go out to breakfast or lunch, and homegirl is praying for the waiter or the waitress at the table. Excuse me, if you don't mind, now that you've taken our order, is it okay if I pray for you?
With those pancakes in your hand.
Yes.
Give me the pancakes, and then I'm going to pray for you.
Some of them look at her a little crazy.
They do.
But
hallelujah.
But you have that gift. So
and I don't know where it came from. I never really got an answer about that. But that was like the beginning of my why God. Mm-hmm. And it's been 23 years of why God. And he doesn't really give me an answer of the why, but he lets me live the why.
I feel like he indirectly may be telling you why. And he may not tell you specifically, but the fact that you were able to live through the why, like you just said, even this past week, because I was like, what would I have done without MJ? What would I have done? Like literally a half of me would have been gone.
Ugh.
And I can't even imagine. I can't imagine that. I really cannot imagine that. But your why, I can say this, your why is because God has so much for you. You have been called, and this is why we continue to tell you even that your why, whatever your calling is, whatever your purpose is to walk in it. Stop denying it. Stop saying I don't have enough money. Stop saying I don't have the dollars. I don't have. I have too many kids. I have children. I have to work. Okay, you have all that to do, but God is allowing you to live. He's allowing you to live because He wants to see you fulfill your purpose on this earth, and that is love.
That is love,
and that's what this Valentine's Day.
That's right. It's God's love. I mean, He really is the keeper of my heart. And He has a way of singing over me in my darkest hours. And that's how I know that Jesus' love is real. And that it's by no coincidence that I wake up in the morning and I'm singing, or I wake up in the morning and my children are amazing and giving me hugs and, Mom, I just want you to know that I love you. And I believe that's Jesus sometimes, when I'm feeling not worthy or feeling invisible, that my little people who, they say it, but like usually when it's, I love you, son, I love you too, mommy. But just Him letting me know that He loves me continuously. And even if I cannot audibly hear Jesus say, Mania Johnson, I love you, Him allowing me to live is Him telling me that He loves me.
Happy Valentine's Day. I don't have any much more to say after that. Tell us the name of your book.
So the name of my book is The Veils of My Heart.
It's written by Mania K. Johnson.
That's me. You can find it on Amazon, or you can direct message us and I can send you a copy because I've got some in my garage.
She could probably autograph it too.
I could. Wouldn't that be nice?
I know. You could send her a nice little message.
A little love note.
Yes.
For Valentine's Day, but just remember that Jesus is the keeper of your heart. And if you don't believe in Jesus, if you don't really know all about that and the big guy upstairs, trust me, I've been there. I and Leslie are here to answer your questions, and we get it. Sometimes it's hard to believe in someone or something that you cannot see. But trust me, He's real. And I want you to know Him.
So we love you. Happy wonderful Valentine's Day. Whether it be with you and Jesus, with you and your children, with you and your spouse, with you and your loved ones. We love you. Have a great night.
Have a great night. Happy Valentine's Day.
Mwah!